Welcome back to Soap with Joe. In today's episode, I bet you'll be shocked by a range of hints revealed on Sheila's fate, Steffi's fragile mental state, and the confrontation between Steffy and Finn. Well, it's rumored that Sheila isn't really dead and will return in the flesh to shock the audiences after a range of battles erupts regarding her decease. While I share the same viewpoint, I think that Steffy is likely to suffer from mental anguish and nightmare for stabbing Sheila to death, plus creepy visions of Sheila coming back for her. At this point, fans definitely feel for her given that she has no confidant around to lean on. At the same time, her lover turns his back on her and turns to another woman for solace. I predict that Finn will face Steffy and push her to tell the truth and inquire about the possible motives to hurt Sheila. Well, according to the circulating rumors, Steffy will confide in him, trusting that Finn will empathize with her situation of self-defense and the pressure she must bear under Sheila's threats. However, many fans fear that amid the loss of his biomom at the same time, Finn won't accept any excuses, and suspicion continues to surge between the couple. Well, let's discuss more in details right now and find answers for our lingering questions. In the previous video, we mentioned the possibility of Sheila's death was just a trick. As far as I'm concerned, this topic is still heated on some social networks, so let's delve into this story to see the possible plots around this mystery. The first reason that makes audiences believe that Sheila is still alive is nuanced comments on the actress playing Sheila. In an exit interview and her cryptic Instagram replies to fans pleading for Sheila's return, she suggested a deliberate ambiguity, possibly indicating Sheila's storyline is not concluded. Next, do you remember that Sheila has escaped death before? I can't believe a character as vibrant as Sheila would exit the story in such an anticlimactic manner. At the very least, we must see scenes of Sheila being injured, hospitalized, and involved in dramatic rescue efforts. She couldn't have died from just a stab wound inflicted by a young woman. Additionally, the details of how the confrontation should be unfolded and what was discussed before Steffy stabbed Sheila remains unclear. She couldn't die, leaving a pile of questions and doubts as to whether Steffy just stabbed her for self-defense or intentionally murdered a mentally ill woman. Thorough investigations are needed to uncover the truth, clear Steffy of the accusations, and dissipate Finn's hatred, who believes she brutally attacked his defenseless mother. Well, B&B has had a string of fake-out fatalities lately, so the same pattern is likely to happen again. Recalling when John Finn Finnegan was falsely confirmed dead amid widespread discussions and grief over his sudden departure, he turns out to be a part of the show's elaborate plan to dupe viewers. Similarly, Lee Finnegan, presumed dead, reappeared alive. Another astounding incident involved Eric Forrester, whose funeral was being planned when, surprisingly, he experienced a last-minute miracle. So, I suggest the writer should invent a new way to introduce Sheila's death instead of using the same pattern. How can they realistically expect us to accept Sheila's abrupt demise without question? So, are you expecting a convincing explanation for Sheila's sudden decease or an unconventional technique that the show may engage to bring her back? Here is one of the options. The storyline leaves an unresolved mystery involving a character that Sheila's been meeting from her past. This scenario might stem from mistaken identity, with a look-alike causing the confusion surrounding her supposed death. An old friend who looked identical to her due to plastic surgery may appear at the Cliff House at the time. Steffy mistook her for Sheila, so she's the one who got stabbed instead. Accordingly, the real Sheila remains in hiding or lost, possibly because she can't find her way back. While we're discussing the possibility to bring Sheila back, some fans want the opposite. They think that Sheila should stay being dead so that the show could focus on other characters and create a more exciting new storyline instead of digging into this prolonged, boring plot. Now, some fans are less concerned with the reality of Sheila's death and more worried about Steffi's mental health after being allegedly accused of killing Sheila. Steffy was already traumatized over all the Sheila shockers she's endured over the years, but now it seems Sheila will continue to haunt her from beyond the grave. Comments widely shared delve deeply into Steffi's psyche as she grapples with the aftermath of a violent encounter at her home. The incident, involving a surprise attack by Sheila, leaves Steffi struggling with severe trauma, manifesting in nightmares and constant flashbacks of the bloodied confrontation. This harrowing experience significantly impacts Steffi's mental well-being, rendering her emotionally fragile and affecting her relationship with Finn. While Steffi is trembling with fear and depression, Finn becomes emotionally estranged from her and unable to share his turmoil. This emotional gap prompts Finn to confide in Hope, inadvertently fostering an intimacy that threatens to complicate the already complex web of relationships involving Steffi, Hope, and Liam. The situation is further complicated by the potential jealousy and strategic moves from Liam, who might see Finn's vulnerability with Hope as an opportunity. Additionally, Thomas's reaction to Finn and Hope's growing closeness could escalate drama and tension within the Forrester family. I think it's premature to assume Sheila's demise, given the lack of evidence of her final moments. So, the ongoing investigation into Sheila's supposed death introduces another layer of suspense. The legitimacy of Sheila's supposed death is questionable, especially with the looming possibility of a doppelganger ensuring her survival, suggesting that Sheila could still be a threat to Steffi's safety. The police delve into the circumstances surrounding Sheila's assumed death, scrutinizing Steffi's defensive actions during the break-in. The community is on edge as they await the investigation's outcome. Meanwhile, I'm wondering who will protect Steffi and console her during her worst. The elusive Sheila might confront Steffi in person, driven by vengeance. Well, above are my personal predictions on the upcoming episodes, focusing on the question of whether Sheila will come back with homicidal reactions to Steffi. I still don't think that Sheila will die out of the blue. Why didn't she fight back when Steffi attacked her with a knife? Despite her mental anguish, the instinct to survive should prevail, making her sudden surrender illogical. So the fact that she automatically surrendered is illogical. And the second question is, how did Sheila have a key to Steffi's premises, allowing her to launch an assault? There is much suspicion surrounding Sheila's motives and the mystery of their confrontation. Meanwhile, the subplot involving Hope and Finn's closeness is less compelling to me. It would be prudent for them to revert to their original relationships to prevent further tragedy. Do you think Finn is caught in a dilemma between his partner and his mother? Does he merit sympathy? Show your thoughts in the comments below, and we'll continue discussing on intriguing topics in the next video. Until next time, bye.